Jim from Advanced Performance Shooting again, and this last week's one of 100 concealed carry standards Facebook groups drill of the week was the Gunsight 250 skills check. And it occurs to me, looking at some of the pictures that we saw, talking with a couple of the people that shot that exercise, it occurs to me that not all of us are using our timer for as much as we possibly can use that timer. We've had good results in training using a par time and the second beep as the audible stimulus to actually send that shot. First beep when we draw, second beep when we send it. But to kind of help demonstrate that, we're going to fire a single shot off. I've got a delay set on the timer, off the beep, just to look at what that time should be. It should be a reaction to the buzzer, and the buzzer is 0.3 seconds long. That's kind of the industry standard. But our reaction to that buzzer should be right at a 0.25. From that reaction to shot fired, 6/100ths of a second. From a finger index or finger on the trigger, roughly 6/100ths of a second once we've decided to send that shot. .22. 0.19. So I could take those times, those 3 times, do a quick average and figure out that that's my normal reaction, if you will, gun already out, to the buzzer going off, and my ability to send that shot. Instead, for this example, I'm going to use a .30. I'm going to give myself 2/500ths to react to the audible stimulus and another 6/100ths of a second, 5/100ths of a second, to actually send that shot. In order to get to the par time that I want, I'm going to subtract that .30 from the desired par time, and I'm going to send the shot on the second beat. So in the Gunsight 250 skills check, the first 2 strings, if you will, are shot at 3 yards. It's one single shot presentation from concealment to the head, and the par time is 2 seconds. So I've put a par time on my timer of 1.7 seconds. I have to draw the gun in 1.7 seconds, aim for as long as I can, and on that second beep, send the shot as quickly as I can. That 30 or that .30 of a second will bring me to that desired par time. So 184 total. In the second string from the Gunsight 250 skills check, we're still at 3 yards. We're going to fire 2 shots, high center mass of the target in the down 0 box. Because I have to fire 2 shots, I sort of have to calculate that split in there. But that split, for what we're trying to do, that level of accuracy, easily 0.15. I'm going to give myself a 0.25 for that second shot. So I'm going to subtract that original 0.30, another 0.25. I'm going to draw the gun, present the gun, and on the second beep, I'm going to send 2 shots, trying to get to that desired par time of 2 seconds. So I have 1.45 set as a par time. That'll give me that 0.3 seconds, react to the buzzer, fire that first shot, and a generous 2/500ths of a second for the second shot to meet that 0.2 par time set in the Gunsight 250 skills check. .188. So we've moved it back to 7 yards, and the 7-yard test on the Gunsight 250 skills check is identical to the 3-yard one, except for we've increased by 4 yards. Still 2 seconds, 2 shots, high center mass in the down 0 section of the target. So I don't have to change anything. I've got that original 145 par time on my timer that gives me 2/500ths of a second to respond, and an additional 6/100ths of a second to fire that shot, plus the 2/500ths that I generously gave myself for the split. Now we've pushed back to the 10-yard line. It's still 2 shots, high center mass of the target. But now the par time switches to 2.5 seconds. Fairly simple, and I just have to increase from the 1.45 par that I previously set to a 195. Same parameter, same timelines that I've given myself for the 2 shots and the split in between. So 195 on the par time to arrive at the desired 2.5 second par time in the skills check. .239. In the 250 skills check, not as much at the 15-yard line, the 2, take an A, 2 more shots, total of 7 seconds. Par time, like we've been demonstrating, doesn't help me nearly as much, but I could use it as a standard of measure for the first 2 shots and then take an E and send the second 2 shots. Still give me plenty of time. .520.